Okay, so we can create some more forms and then we'll move next. So first page was something like this. Second page, not first page, second page. This is the second page. This is the third page. This is third page where we saw enable disable property, read only property. And this is based on, okay. So next what we'll do is come to one more file, form5.html. Form5.html. We can go inside. We can use some field set, call span, row span to get some more idea. Okay, so HTML we can start here. We can follow the body tag as well, and we can write a form tag also in this. Now inside the form tag, we can create a table as well. And under the table, we can use align property, center. We can use cell spacing 0. We can use cell padding 10 to 15. We can use border color. Orange color or green color. Okay, so it is going to give you single line border and border equal to 1. So single line border will come and that border will be in green color. Out of the cell, out of the th and td, you will not find the space. A space will come inside the th and td. Space will come inside the th and td. Next, we can write a tr here. This tr will have th, full name or maybe first name, atd, input type equal to text, and add a property called name property. How name property is going to work, we will see in this example only. We'll get idea on name property as well. Add one more th, last name. Okay. Input type equal to text, name equal to lm. If name and lm both are going to work like a variable. fname and lname both are going to work like a variable, as a container. When the user will enter his first name, it will go to fname variable. When the user will enter the last name, it will go to the lname variable. Okay. And then once we click on submit button, then this entire input we may hand over to the backend based on condition. Let's see how it is happening. In one line, total 4 columns are going to come. TSTD, TSTD, something like this. And border will be complete one line. It will not have double line. It will be as a single line. Before this table, you can use H1 tag as well. Under the align. You can write here call user details. User details. Okay. Next, on the top of the table, one heading will appear, that is called user details, something like this. So hope one TR is ready. Create one more TR. Write the next TR. TH. ID. TD. Input type equal to email. Input type equal to email. E will be capital. Name also you can keep a something called my email. When the user will enter his email ID, abc@xyz.com, then that email ID will capture under the my email variable. The email ID of user will get captured under the my email variable. Next, come down, write one more th to take his password. Input type equal to password. Input type equal to password. Name equal to so my password is going to work like a variable again. When the user will enter the password, it will store under the my password variable. Next, after that, You can see these two fields got created. Let's add one more field, city and pin code. Next here is th, city name. Now city will be in a select box called drop down. Select open, select close. Under the select option open, inside the option choose city name. Next option, suppose Bangalore. Next option, Mumbai. Next option, Chennai. Next option, Kolkata. Then we can check city. Once you click on choose your city name, drop down will appear. From there, desired we can select. Now suppose a person is selecting the Bangalore, Mumbai, any city name. Here that should store in a variable called my city. My city become as a container. It work like a variable. There, a person will select Bangalore. Bangalore will go under the my city. Person will select Pune. Pune will Chennai. Chennai will go under the my city. So we have to apply here one more property that is called value property. The value for the first option is empty because this is just a placeholder. It's a kind of message to the user what they should select. In the second option, we can write value equal to maybe 1 or maybe Bangalore also. So when the person is selecting as a Bangalore, the value also will be as a Bangalore. If a person select for Mumbai, value will go as a Mumbai. A person select Chennai, value will be as a Chennai. A person will select as a Kolkata, the value will be as a Kolkata. Okay. But if a person will select nothing, by default choose your city name, the value will be as a empty. Okay, check now. It should look like this. Choose your city. We can keep like choose your city only, become little extra. But dash we have added in the beginning. You can remove that. It's covering the more space. Something like this. Next, we can enter one more th, and we can write here as a pin code. Pin code. We can create a TD. Input type number. Then we can write name equal to my mobile. Name equal to my mobile. So this my mobile become as a variable where the 10 digits number which user is going to enter will be as a password, will be as a value. My mobile is a variable, whereas the 10 digits number of user will become as a value. Ready? Let's check now. So look like this. Now we can add one column that will cover the entire area. Message box. So ready? Write the next TR. Next TR is for ETH for message. Message address. This will cover the 3 columns. Text area we want to create within the 3 boxes. Call span equal to 3. Inside that, you will add a text area. Text area open close. This text area will have height using rows 5, width using calls. You can give somewhere 60. Then you can apply a property called name property, my address. It is going to capture the address of user and store under the my address. Let us check now again how the text area is getting generated. It's become big size only, but it should be little more small, bigger. Till here it will be okay. This one. So height and rows width we have to increase little. 60 we can convert into 65, and 5 we can convert into 10. It will cover the let's go ahead. Check now. It looks like this. So here call span has helped to combine the space of 3 columns. In the previous row, you can see you have 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, and 4th column. But in this, we have accommodated within 2 column only. There, 1 column is independent, and the second column is a combination of 3 column, and inside that we kept 1 text area, and for text area we wrote here take entire height and take entire row. Take entire height. Okay, now come next. We need to create a button where we can display the submit option and reset option. So we'll come down. We'll write one tr. This tr will have a th. Call span equal to 4. So it will cover the complete width of 4 columns. It will cover the width of 4 columns, and button will appear in the middle because of th. Button type equal to submit. We can write here call register. We can add one more button. The reset will be the button type. We can write here clear all. Clear all. So everything will get Okay, hope ready. Now check how it looks. It look like this. Clear all and register button. Next, we will see the function of clear all, how that work, and we'll see the function of submit button, how it works. Okay, so let's come to the browser. Hope we have written the code and pages looking similar. We will check together how it works in browser. Okay, so when I went to the browser, enter the value, any value, anything. Click on clear all. Everything will get clear. See, all the value got clear. That is the functionality of reset button. If you use the reset button anywhere within the form, whichever the field you have, all will get clear. Within the form, whichever the field we have, all will get clear using the reset button. If type is reset, it will create all the elements within the current form. When I click on create clear again, you can see everything got clear. That is here. Form we have, and then you can see all the elements, whichever we have input elements, all are the part of, including the button also. Submit and reset button, even both are the part of form tag. Both are the part of form tag. So the reset button functionality will get applied if your reset button is inside the form tag. Then within the same form tag, how many input elements you have written, how many input tags you have written, all will get clear. All will get clear. All will get clear. Okay, all will get clear if it is within the current form. So in current form, reset button is also the part of current form, and all the input box is also part of current form. So within your form tag is the parent element of all the tags. Inside the HTML tag, whichever the tag used to capture the input from user, in that whichever the tags we have, it can be text box, password, email, or any tag that used to capture the different type of input from user. If that all are inside the form tag, and the reset button is also inside the form tag, then if you click on reset button, all the current form will get clear, the value of all the current elements within the form will get clear. Okay, now what is the functionality of submit button? If you are in type equal to submit, then let us come up. The type is submit, then it work in this way. The form tag we have written, it has 2-3 more property, that is called action. Like when the user will click on submit button, this entire data, whatever the form you have filled, this data, where it should go? It should go somewhere definitely, right? The data which is entered by user, when the user will click on submit button, this data should go somewhere. So where it will go, right? That is going to call it action. So suppose inside the action, if I write a file name call save user dot maybe JS or maybe PHP or maybe JSP, maybe ASP, maybe PY, Python. So if any file name, if you give here, if you give any server side file name here, maybe any server side language, as I told you, Java, Python, Node.js, PHP. Okay. So any server side language file name will give here. So in current form, whichever the data you are going to fill, all the data as you have created here the variable name will be, first name will go to the F name, last name will go to the L name, email ID will go to the my email, password will go to the my password, correct? City will go to the my city, pin code whichever you will enter, it will go to the my pin code, address which you will enter, it will go to the my address. So all the input field have individual variable to capture the input. For example, if I go here and enter my name SIYARM, then the value what I have entered, this value is storing under the variable that is called fname. The value is storing under the variable that is called fname. Okay, so fname becomes the container that is going to hold the value of first text box. So similar way, lname becomes a container variable that is going to hold the value of last text box. Okay, last name. Finally, user will fill from top to bottom. After filling all the value from top to bottom, as soon as he will click on submit button, register button, the type is submit. Now the submit button will redirect to the action page. Submit button to redirect to the action page. When the submit button will redirect to the action page, will it go empty or it will go with some value? So question is, when the submit button is redirecting to action page, it will go with all the variables. How many variables you have created? F name, L name, my email, my password. So this all container variable will be submitted to this particular file. Which file? Save user.php. Then all the data of this file, all the data of this current form will go to the particular action page. Let me come to the browser and show you how it is going to work. When I come to the browser, I have entered here A first name, B as a last name, E as a email ID, password as a P, okay, city I will select Mumbai, and pin code I'll enter as a 123, message I'll write here, call me. Okay, call me. Now, as I click on, if I click on register button, what you will find is, let's look at the browser. Register button, when I go, okay, it's asking enter the email ID. E at the rate, because I have given the type equal to email. E at the rate gmail.com. Now let's click on register button. It will redirect to the action page. You can see redirecting to which page? Action page. Here. You can see the URL. As I have told you, fname will become as a variable. It is showing here directly. Let me copy this entire URL and show you. This is the URL. You can see here what is holding. It's holding like the data you have filled. It is going to the save user file. In save user file, fname equal to A, lname equal to B, my mobile equal to email@gmail.com, my password equal to P, my city equal to Mumbai, and my mobile equal to 123, and my address equal to call me back. Correct? You saw this all are going to the which file? Save user.php file from the browser URL. Let me copy this and paste in the notepad and show you. It's happening like this. See, you have given the action equal to what? Save user.php. It's going to the save user.php, but fname, can you see here? Fname is here. Lname you can see here. So under the fname I have enter A is saying fname equal to A, lname equal to B, my email equal to e@gmail.com, my password equal to P. So all the values are passing to where? Backend. All the values are passing to backend. Correct? Now, if all the values are passing to backend, indirectly your form is collecting all the values. Indirectly, the form is collecting all the values. After collecting all the values, the form is submitting all the value to where? Backend. The form is submitting all the value to where? Backend. Form is submitting all the value to the backend. That is called how form work. But you can see in browser URL here, whichever the value we have entered, all the values are visible in the browser. All the values are visible in the URL. That is called as a unsecure method. All the values are visible in the browser. That is called as a unsecure method. Data is passing from one page to other page. That is correct only. There is no doubt in that. But the problem is data is visible in the browser URL. That is the problem. Okay. So we can come here and we have another option that is called method. Using the method property, we can hide our data. Okay, by default also method is applied, but if you want to hide our data, we can use the different method property and we can hide it. So we can write here method equal to post, method equal to post. So method equal to post is what? You are sending the data from HTML to Java PHP file, HTML to backend file. Backend file can be anything. Now, while sending the data, the question is, have you applied any kind of security? Your data is secure or unsecure? So, if you use the post method, your data will not be visible anywhere. Your data will be fully secure. No one can see the data. It go in the hidden mode. Let me show you how it is happening. When I come to the browser and I will enter the value here again, A, B, e@gmail.com, password 123. Next, after that, call me. When I click on register, it will go to the action page. See, it is going to the action page. Which page? Save user.php, but you cannot see value anywhere. The value is showing anywhere? It's not showing anywhere. Whichever the data we have entered under the form, the data is not visible anywhere because only one reason. What is that? We have given the method as a post. If you give the method as a post, data will go from one page to other page, but it will be full hidden. It will not be visible anywhere. No one can see your data. That is called as a method as a post. Right? Now let me change here method as a get. Method as a get. Get and post both should be capital. Get. method as a get. Now what will happen is the data what we are sending from one file to other file, all the data will be visible in the browser URL. Now how that will be? Let's see once. When we go here, after that, ab e@gmail.com, password 123, city name is suppose Kolkata, pin code 123 123. I can here write as a register button. Once we click, you can see again your data is visible in the browser URL here. When we have not given any method, then also data was visible. Now we given the method, then also it's visible. But which method you are given? Now you are given as a get method. Before that you are given as a post method. So by default is get. If you are not going to give any method, if you will not specify any method, by default will be get method. At this place you can see here method as a get. So if you not write method, by default will be get only. You saw just now we have added the post. So when we added the post, data will not be visible in the browser URL. So overall, like why we are using the get and post? Get and post is a global array. So whatever the data you have filled inside the form, via get and post, it will hand over to the server. It will be submitted to the server. But when we are using the get method, it will display the data in browser URL. When we use the get method, it displays the data in the browser URL, that is unsecure. When you use the post method, it is not displaying anything in the browser URL, that is called fully secure. Then what method you are going to use? You are going to use depend on requirement. Some data will be unsecure, there you can use get method also. Some data will be secure, you can use post method also. Sometimes if the backend is designed on get method, you have to communicate using get method only. If the backend is designed using post method, you have to communicate using post method. Okay, so that is called form tag. Form tag used to collect all the input from user via the different input element, and finally in single shot it will submit to the server. While submitting to the server, we required a method property. Method has two types. One is called get. Get is unsecure. It's pass the data from the browser URL. Post is secure. It's pass the data in hidden mode. No one can see your value. Okay. So that is called your form action, and then which one? Get. So once you click on submit button, it will check is it inside the form or not. If it is inside the form, then directly it will go to where? Action page. If it is not inside the form, then it will not go to the action page. While going to the action page, it will check what is the type, method is get or post. If the method is get, data will be visible. If the method is post, data will not be visible. Okay? This is the explanation of your form related stuff. We'll come in 1 minute and get some water. Okay, hope ready. Let's go next. After that, we need to learn the next thing, next chapter of your HTML. That is called how to design the page into multiple blocks, how to divide the page into multiple blocks, how to divide the page into multiple blocks using HTML tag. Now we'll go ahead next, and then this file have you checked. Hope. Let me share this file. If you have not created, you can use this file. This is the fifth one. Now you are going to create another folder. Give the folder name call. Create another folder. Give the folder name call HTML frame set. Create another folder. Give the folder name called HTML frame set. HTML frame set. Okay. HTML frame set. Under the HTML frame set folder, we will create some file and we'll understand how and what is the benefit of this particular topic. This particular topic, HTML frame set, will be meaningful in this way. Let me open the developer guide. Frame set, what it help you? Number one, it used to divide HTML page into multiple region, multiple blocks. Multiple blocks. That is the first benefit. Second benefit is it also used to load call include a file without reload, refresh of current page. Okay, this line is saying like, if you are following the HTML, then under the HTML, multiple option you have is that one option we have, there is one tag called frameset tag. The frameset tag will help you first. You can divide your current page into multiple blocks. And benefit, another benefit we have, without reloading the page. Normally in day-to-day life, when we click on a page, it will go from one page to other page. It will go from one page to other page. Page will get a reload. Frameset says like, I have a feature where without reloading the page, I can show you the data of other page. I can see the data of other page. So that I have written here. It also used to call load, call include a file without reload, without refresh of current page. So now if I open a website, any website, suppose I go to the Info Campus website. Here, if I go from one page to other page, if I click anywhere, like suppose if I go to the menus and click on any link, you can see it's get reload, right? You can see page got reload completely. When I go here and click on any link, you will find the page is getting reload. URL will change and page content will change, but page will get reload completely. When I click here, page will get reload completely. Okay, so that is one option. You can create a page where on every click, wherever the user will click, it will go from one page to other page, page will reload. That is the one way. One more way we have, one more method we have, that is called asynchronous method. This is what you saw when you click here and there. It is reloading the page and it is going from one page to other page. That becomes a synchronous call. Your synchronous call is happening while moving from one page to other page, page get reload. While moving from one page to other page, the page is getting reload. That is called as a synchronous. But the syllabus what we are learning, it is based on asynchronous. Without reloading the page, suppose when I go here and click on React training, when I click on React training, page should not reload, the content should get changed inside. URL may change, but when the URL change, the content also will get changed and your page will not reload, and directly without reloading the page, the content will appear here. That is called a asynchronous call. So again in HTML, how to implement that without reloading the page, how to load the data. Okay, without reloading the page, how to load the data. So for that, we will use here a technique called frameset technique. Using frameset technique, we can achieve both. How to divide the page into multiple blocks, and after that, after dividing into multiple blocks, without reloading the page, how to load the data in a different block while clicking somewhere whereas page will remain same, page will not reload at all. Okay. Let us go now. You will create the file under the frame set. Under the frame set. Under frame set, we are going to follow first this design. We will create a design that will look like this. One section on the top, one more section here, and one more section here. Total 3 sections. Total 3 sections in one page. First section on the top, last section in the bottom, and one section in the middle. So you can say total height of the screen. The total height of the screen we are dividing into 3 part. The total height is 100%. Total height is 100%. The total height 100%. You are going to break into 3 sections. This is the total height. You are going to break into 3 sections. How much that? The first section 10% height, 10% height, and 100% as a width. 100% width. Again, in second case, somewhere 80% height, 80% height, and complete 100% as a width. Last case, 10% as a height, and again 100% as a width. 10% height and 100% as a width. So this is the calculation. So this way we are going to create a page. Okay, so for this, we are going to create a file example1.html under the frame set folder. We are going to create a file example1.html under the frame set folder. Under the frame set folder, we will create a file called example1.html. html. Example 1.html. HTML you can start from, and you will not use the body tag here. Since you are going to divide the page into multiple blocks, you will use another tag. You will use another tag. That tag name is called frame set. Frame set. You will use another tag. That tag name is called a frame set. Inside the frame set, as per the photo, we have to create 3 rows. First row, second row, third row. We have to use the property here called rows equal to the first row was 10%, second row is 80%, third row is 10%. 10, 80, 10. Okay. Frame set tag has helped you to divide the page into multiple blocks. How many blocks? 3 blocks. Not as a column wise, a row wise. You have to use here rows property. Now under the first row, we have to call a different file. Frame tag will help us. src property we have to use. We'll put here a file called header.html. This file is not exist. We have to create one more file, welcome.html, and one more file, footer.html. Now see which file will go to which section. Header will appear under the first 10%. Header will appear under the first 10%. Footer will go to the last 10%. Footer will go to the last 10%. Okay, footer will go to the last 10%. Next, after that, welcome will come under the middle 80%. The 80% portion we are given in the middle. Middle 80% will be covered by the middle 80% will be covered by welcome file. If we have written it, let's run together. I will share with the first line. There will be chances of mistake. You can replace the first line. In that, double quote open in the beginning, double quote close in the last. In between we have multiple value separated by comma. We have multiple value separated by comma. Okay, next we'll run this file and we'll see the page is dividing into multiple blocks or not. Page got divided into 3 blocks. First row, second row, third row. The frame set tag will help you to divide the HTML body into multiple blocks. Let's write it once and check once it's working or not. Anyone able to load the page? Something like this. Page is divided into 3 blocks.
Yes.
Now we have to create this file, header welcome footer. We'll create a file called header.html. HTML body, BG color, keep a paragraph, align in the center. This is from header file. Just write this message. This is from header file. So header file will be ready. If you reload your frame example one, you will see header will come on the top. Same way, create one more file, footer. Footer keep as a green color. This is from footer file. Let us check now footer is coming or not. We can reload the example file. We see footer will come in the last. One more file is required, that is called welcome. Create a new file. Give file name welcome.html. For welcome, will not give any background color. You can give it directly h1 tag. H1 tag here. Welcome back. Then we'll see how it looks. You will find all three pages will load in home file. See, welcome home, header, footer, welcome home. All three files are loading. You can create three files, give anything, no problem, and then check the page is loaded or not.
Anything in center?
So in example file, we have divided the page into three blocks using the frame set tag. And in each row, we are calling the different pages using the rows property, using the frame property. Using frame property, you are calling the different pages. Now what will happen? Each block will have different type of data that will come from different page. Running for one person, anyone else has tried?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will work on the same again on next class. Some more example will create. This is just how to divide. You have seen it has many feature as I have written here in developer guide. Like it will help you to load the page without refreshing also, as well as. So this is like now you are learning in the frame set. Later, like once we come in JavaScript, same thing will convert into Ajax. Once you come under the Angular React, same thing will convert into routing. Okay, there also our page will not reload and it will give the data. Code will be different, logic will be remain same, then it will be useful. Okay, so I will share you these three files, but how we are logging that is also matter. Remaining all videos are there in the YouTube channel only, still all are public. Anyone can see. Public or private, I think. For your
Public, sir.
public only. Still it's a public only. 9:30 batch videos are private. Okay, then we can log in not tomorrow, Monday next. Tomorrow will be Saturday project class I have in the morning.
Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday
Second month, we have almost no class. Saturday, Sunday classes will be from the third month once we enter. Project will start, plus many things.
Sir, aligning not center, not written in center. Why?
For which one?
Elegant is not written in center.
Which
That
one? This one.
Yes, sir.
spelling mistake.
Wrong.
Spelling.
CENTER. CENTER.
Sir, footer is not written center.
If Carlo spelling, everywhere there is spelling mistake of center. You can say everywhere there is spelling mistake of center.
Yes, sir.
उतना तो कर सकते हैं ना? That much you can try. So now all are coming in the middle. Okay, then I will end it. See you on Monday.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Where are remaining? This should log in. So we can see on a small topic we have event listener. Event listener in JavaScript. Event listener, how that works and what is the benefit of that.